put it into USB?
Guys, it's Carl from Studio Incar, and we've got this stunner, an early Range Rover to work on. Because what we're going to try and do is keep everything OEM looking. We've already been in there. Jamie's taken the original subwoofer out, which was this unit, and we're replacing that with this Dyne audio unit. This then sits back in this enclosure, which is real hard to do with one hand. The lid then goes on, and this is vented bandpass enclosure. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully that'll be great. We've got front with a blaupunkt Bremen SQR 46 DAB, Audison AP f8.9 in the back here, where the original changer is. We'll tidy up a little bit in the boot. We've got the carpet and everything out at the moment. New speakers up front that we've got to decide on. We're still investigating it, but I can't wait to get into this one. This will be great. It's a time warp. So yeah, we'll talk you through certain things as we go through, and then we'll show you around it when we're done, and let you know. But it should be a success.
There we go.
While Stu figures that out, I'll show you what we've been up to. Right, so Miele, Legend and Pro equipment in the front. So Pro, hang on, let me just get you Legend, Pro. All right. OEM locations, and this fixing panel here, Stu's made that up from steel to replicate the original mid-range surround. Doors are all deadened, so there's a, let me just shut that and I'll show you. Fronts are done, rears aren't. So doors are deadened, rear coaxes, which are up in roof there, which are currently playing because they're running from the head unit. Now we want them running from the head unit so we can have as many channels as we can to make the front three-way set fully active, make the sub and the front three-way set fully active. We run the rears from the head unit, we balance fade them out, gives us maximum control. Here's what's going on in the boot at the moment, just pre-calibration, and then here is the sub box, which now houses the Dyne Audio MW172, and under there, as you can see, a rather wonderful APF 8.9. It's a super OEM install. Like when
update your Apple Music subscription to allow me to do that for you.
When that side panel goes back on, it's all completely invisible. So yeah, this Classic Range Rover's had a serious system, and as you can see, Stu's managed to get this up and running now, which is the blaupunkt Bremen SQR 46 DAB, which is digital now, no tapes unfortunately, just USB, SD, 3.5mm, USB on the back, which we've got running here. This just, you know, coil this up, chuck that in there, close that, job's done. That's what these speakers look like when their grill's on. We left the grill off that side because we wanted to show you the speakers. This is what the door card looks like with it all built up. So yeah, pretty, it's right up my street. My favourite type of installation, this, when it's just completely discreet. Don't get me wrong, we love an overt build, which is full on SQ, but then I like simple builds like this with simple componentry, and all the trickery is in getting them all to go where we want them to go. You know, we're not talking with a system like this, you'll never end up with the finest SQ. It's just a huge upgrade over stock, and very discreet. You know, almost it isn't there unless you press play and you hear the difference. So fuse plate thingy bob here, which I'm just running the cable through to the battery, and then I say through to the battery, just down to the battery, just tying it with this OEM stuff. So OEM, us, if you can see that. And I'm pretty sure what's going on inside is the amps in, fitted, subs in and done, as you've seen. The Stu's about to switch the system on, hence why I'm doing the fuse in now, and calibrate the system. So I'm going to walk you around it in a minute, as soon as I've tied these up, and show you what we've been up to. We've got three-way in the front. We went with a Melee three-way in the end from Hertz. Melee Pro and Melee Legend components in this, so we've kind of a mix and match just to suit the vehicle. Eaton coaxes in the rear. They're our favourite 4-inch coax. Come with me while I go and get my cutters out of my toolbox. Yeah, Eaton's in the rear. Cutters. APF 8.9 underneath the OEM sub box. Which we've replaced the driver inside the OEM sub box. I'm pretty sure I've shown you that already. We replaced that driver with a Dynaudio MW172 8-inch bass driver, so that should be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that responds. You know, at the end of the day, if we do it and it doesn't respond well, we'll put a sub in here. You know, it's, you know, a different sub, a sort of full-blown jobby, and we'll find somewhere for it to live, probably in the same place, but we'll just make a new enclosure and put a dedicated subwoofer in there and go for that. But I'm quietly confident that the MW172 can bang, so we'll deal with that. I've dealt with this. These guys are wrapping up now, and yeah, I'll run you around it. See you in a sec. Guys, so we're done with the Range Rover. Should we take a look? So, as we've said before, we've got our Bremen unit in the dash, which looks at home. We've got three-way up front. Hertz Melee mid-range and mid-bass, Pro tweeter. Let's go have a look in the back. It's a bit tight today because we've got this is in here, and the that hoofing great FJ over there. Right, let's have a little look in the boot. I'm not too sure how this all comes out, but actually we won't need to take it out. In here, as you've seen earlier in the video, is the subwoofer box. Has a porthole up there, and through there we put an MW172 8-inch Dyne audio bass driver in there, and it works really well. If you've got your earphones on right now, you'll hear it. Right, and then in here, I don't know if you can probably just about see that. Let me get you a little bit closer. You can see the Audison APF 8.9 bit. That's in there where the original CD changer was. You can't see a single thing in this install. It is pucker. Yeah, we've got up top round the back. You know, we're not typically one for rear speakers, but Simon, the owner of this car, is likes them replaced. So we've kept the original grills. So again, nothing looks like it's changed at all. Then there's an Eaton coax in there. It's a really nice coax. PRX 110.2, I think it's called. Yeah, and then your grills, and you get this little tweeter panel from Range Rover, which is, you know, is original in the car, and our tweeters go in there. So yeah, it's grown on me, this one. I was never sort of, you know, I think I was probably 8 years old or so when they were out, but yeah, it's a lovely piece of kit. So that's that. This one's done. This will be collected and it'll go back. And yeah, classic Range Rover. Nothing that we've ever touched before. It's worked out really well. I want to say it kind of lends itself to certain locations. You know, I'm sure there's guys out there that follow what we do that have had these in the past and when they were new and stuff. And they will have upgraded them then. You know, they seem relatively straightforward to upgrade, but what's not straightforward is having that sound completely hidden away, which is, you know, goes a long way in a gentleman's car like this. It's nice. Alright, I'll put everything in the links below as usual. Like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. Alright, cheers guys, take it easy. I'm Carl, just Studio Incar.